Hello Internet and welcome to another day of shining a light on different things in my collection. Today something different. I wanted to use the sun as a light, but sadly it disappeared behind some grey clouds. So I hope it will come back at some point. In the meantime, this is what I want to talk about today. We have some beautiful flowers here. A record by Stevie Wonder, who maybe 50 years ago already saw the light that I will be talking about today, and a collection of books. I do not only collect records, but already for the past 10 or so years, longer, 15 maybe, I've really been collecting books, reading lots of books after my studies. I don't think I ever stopped studying. I kept reading, at some points even 2 or 3 books a week. Getting back on track with that and reading a book a week is my goal for this year. But today I want to talk about our food system. The reason I want to talk about it is because through reading a lot recently and because I quit alcohol in September, and I visited Waking Life as well, which was a bit of an eye-opener. And almost a year ago, my good friend Garo cooked a beautiful gut health meal at Train Tracks. And that was the start of me thinking deeply about what goes into my body and how does my body feel and what does that mean for longevity. Also because my grandpa died about a year ago. So the past year has been quite a eye-opening journey into food, health, the human body, the brain, things you put in your body, living in a city, the connection with the food system. So I wanted to talk about that for a little bit, also from the perspective of being vegan for now 4 years, since the past week somewhere. We've already talked about the history of alcohol and sugar and the connection with music in past reels. But a couple of weeks ago I saw this documentary called The Voedselbv, which I highly recommend. It's on YouTube. I think it's filmed 2 years ago. But this photographer, forgot his name, it was a bit of a difficult name to pronounce as well. He went all over the place and looked at these factory farms, how they butcher animals, where the onions come from, how does China manage food, why does our broccoli come from Kenya, how they are building giant dairy farms in Saudi Arabia. And all these things that for me was not really new, but it came at the right time and reopened my eyes, and got me thinking more deeply about, okay, what food are we eating? Is this healthy for us? How are we nourishing our bodies? And that's why I put this Stevie Wonder album there, because it is a beautiful album that you should go listen to, of course. But there's also a really nice exhibition in close to Sloterplas in the Van Eesteren Pavilion, which is, I think, also called The Secret Life of Plants. And there I found a book which is called The Secret Life of Plants that I am going to get soon and read. But in the meantime, I want to talk to you about this book. This is the book I wished I wrote myself, and actually I kind of wrote a little book, ebook, Google Doc, I don't know what to call it yet. It's a work in progress. Because yeah, I've been really focused on what do I put in my body, how do I nourish myself, how do I get enough vitamins, enough minerals into my body without taking a bunch of supplements from Ethos that sadly I do not trust. And this book kind of summarized it really nicely. Fiber Fueled by Dr. Will Bulsiewicz, aka the Gut Health MD. Basically, what I came to realize is that health, for me mainly, and I think for everyone, means diversity in plant intake. So that's what I've been doing. I've been eating a lot of different plants, trying to play Pokemon with plants, trying to catch them all, trying to cook meals with 30 or more plants in it, which you might have seen in my story, drinking smoothies with 30 different plants in it. And I have to say, even though I am the oldest ever in my life, I feel the bestest ever in my life. Of course, quitting drinking helps with that a lot as well, because if you drink, you're basically making holes in your gut and not taking up all the nutrients you're putting in. So that for me was kind of like the pivotal moment as well, listening to this Huberman podcast and realizing that, oh, I can try and eat healthily and yeah, work out and everything, but if I'm drinking, even if it's once a week or once a month, you're destroying your whole gut microbiome. That's not good, because these bacteria in our gut are necessary for our health. That was this book as well for me, Gut, by Julia Enders. She also has a TED Talk, I think. So yeah, food, music, and art has always been kind of the holistic package I work with, as you may have noticed at previous Train Tracks events. But I think moving forward, I will try to share some knowledge a bit more. I wrote a little Google Doc with some practical tips, a collection of resources, YouTube videos, recipes, books you should read, could read, questions I have. If you want this Google Doc, leave a comment. I will send it to you. Very open for feedback, as it is a work in progress. I want to talk a little bit about the books on here, because each of them have been helpful for me. Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat basically gave me the skills or the tools to start cooking properly, and the understanding of the structure of cooking and how different elements of cooking apply to making food taste nice. Then this book I got for my birthday last year, Plant You. It's a bunch of like vegan recipes, but also really focused on using the whole vegetable, or make sure you don't throw away stuff. This one I borrowed from my brother, but I think he forgot I has it. It is the Noma Guide to Fermentation. If there is one thing you should try, that is making your own sauerkraut, because I waited 36 years to make sauerkraut for the first time, and I did not realize it is so fucking tasty, so fucking easy, and so cheap to make. Literally 5 minutes of your time and 1 cabbage and a little bit of salt, and then wait for a bit. Delicious food. Ottolenghi flavor, some weird recipes with weird ingredients, but maybe nice if that is you. This book I bought like 15 years ago, Advanced Nutrition and Human Metabolism. At the time I didn't get through it because it is quite academic, but I'm gonna go and try that again. 2 other books, The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. For me, I realized alcohol has done a lot of bad things in my life. Nothing crazy, but yeah, some minor trauma in my body due to alcohol, I think. This one is also really nice, but I do think he makes the mistake of still not cutting out meat and salmon and eggs out of diets. Found the book to be quite nice to read anyway, if you want to learn a bit about how does the body work, nutrients, food. Found this through YouTube via Yes Theory, which I also think is a really nice channel if you want to restore your faith in humanity a bit. The boys from Yes Theory, they basically go around the world and talk to people in places from Finland to Syria to India to Venice, some forgotten island. But they also did some episodes on food and food system. I think recently in December they did one, and they interviewed the guy that wrote the book. The vagus nerve reset. For me, stress has been a big part of my life, and the vagus nerve is a nerve in your body that also regulates the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. And this book was a little bit helpful. It's also pretty short, so I didn't expect too much of it, but it was nice. And then Antonio Damasio, The Strange Order of Things, basically talks about how individual humans have emotions, and if you scale that to a society scale, then you get culture as an expression of different emotions, needs, wants. Kind of like imagine the Maslow pyramid, but on global or societal scale. Then you get music, and you get different kinds of foods and cooking and food systems. And now we are here in a global capitalist world, and it is wreaking havoc on our bodies. And I don't think that is good, and I think if we want to move forward, we do need a food revolution. So that is why I recorded this video, because food revolution, I think, is needed if we want to move forward and step out of this system that is obviously not good for us. Did you know that almost 80% of stuff in the supermarket has added sugar in it? I don't buy anything in the supermarket anymore. I get my vegetables from the farm. I get my beans and my grains and my herbs and my spices from the little plant pantry. What else do I get? Some fruits once in a while from the Turkish grocer. Yeah, I've got this whole pantry set up now with like, let's say 100 different plants, cooking every day. It's nice. I do realize I have the time to do it. But yeah, I included some recipes in this little Google Doc that are easy to make. Start with your own sauerkraut or hummus or whatever. But the challenge I have to you is try to eat one new plant every day for 30 days straight to get you in this mindset of exploring different plants and how to cook with them and how to eat them. And yeah, slowly but surely we can hopefully collectively step out of this food system. That was it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to chuck them in the comments. And I will see you on the next video. Bye!